Right, wakey, wakey, rise and shine, it's story time, yeah. Big shout out to everyone on the channel, big shout out to everyone getting ready for work. Right, here's what's going to happen, right. I'm going to come in straight with this one and just tell you a little story right now. This story is a little bit, it's funny, but it's like, it's stupid as well. It's like, where are people's heads at? You know, sometimes you meet someone, you think, how's he got this far through life? And I'm like, how's he still alive? Just like how stupid you are and the stupid things you do and the front you put on, you're trying to show in front of people and you're only a bellend, yeah. So rather than just admit you're a bellend, you come out there and you're all like front, and then one day you bump into someone and that person who you bump into wipes the smile clean off your face, right? So get on this, right? I'll start from the beginning. I was with this bird years ago and we split up and all. It was a bit of a rough split up. It was a bit heavy, do you know what I mean? So being God bless, we got now years and years have gone past, everyone's forgot about it and all that. And one day I bumps into her. So we were out and I bumped into her and I was like, no fuck away, what's happening, what's happening? She's like, what's happening, what's happening? So we ended up, you know, just getting it on and all. We ended up like being sad, you know, I was single, she was single, you know, so it is what it is. I said to her, yeah, do you want to come in here? Do you want to come and stay at a hotel? We go stay at a hotel. So we were over the water, like Birkenhead, Whittleways, do you know what I mean? So we goes over to this like Boss Hotel and all that. And that's why I've got limo and it's all going good, it's all going good. And this was the first time I'd like been out with her since we split up, you know, like proper out with her, we stayed overnight in a hotel. And she was a feisty little woman, let's just say that. And she can fight, she knows how to fight. So if she fights with you, this is relevant, if she fights with you and she throws digs at you, she knows how to fight. So it's like fighting with a man, literally. I know men who she was waste, do you know what I mean? That's how heavy she is. Proper heavy bird around the area, everyone knows you're all Parov and all that. And she's like a proper little battler, do you know what I mean? And that's why we got on, because she was like a proper scout, a proper battler and all that. So we're in this hotel, right, and ends up just, you know, flying, everything's going, days going on. But what has happened is before that, I only like more or less use cash, do you know what I mean? So to get this hotel, we needed a bank card. So I said, have you got your bank card? And she went, yeah. I said, yeah, I sorted your bank card, I'll give you the cash. So she's like, no, I don't want the cash, I'm like, yeah, just grab that, whatever. So the cash is just on the table, whatever it is, so all level flow, all of that. The next thing, it just starts taking a bit of a bad turn. Do you know what I mean? It just starts, it ends up arguing and all that. So we're arguing, like, when she argues, like, she takes it to the extreme, like, dead loud, just dead mad, you know what I mean? So she's in and out the room in the hotel, she's causing murder up the hall. I'm just like, oh, no way, what's happening here? So I'm trying to calm her down, but I know that once she's got to a certain point, she can't be calmed down. So she's saying this, that, she's saying this, bringing up all old shit, and you did this, you did that. And I'm like, kid, but you knew this before we come here. So why, because you've had a bevy, is it coming out now? She's like, what are you talking to? And you know what I mean? I was like, oh, no way, so we had to go. So I'm trying not to react because I don't want to react, obviously, do you know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, listen, we'll sort it. No, we both sort it. So she's causing an absolute scene in this hotel, right? And I mean an absolute scene. And it's only like, it's like a Tuesday night, so the hotel aren't happy, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, you have to come up to the phone up saying, can you keep the noise down and all that, blah, 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 yeah. So then next thing, she's in and out, she's screaming all over the gaff, like proper heavy, calling me all kinds, and I'm just swallowing it, just thinking, oh, no way, this is heavy, this. So next thing, there's a knock on the door. It was the door, 2 security guards, hotel like security. I said, what's happening, mate? He's like, what's going on? I said, no, I said, yeah, do you want to come in? He's like, we're not going in there. I said, why? He said, because police are on the way. I said, what are the police on the way for? He said, because, you know, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, what are you standing there for then, lad? What are you standing there for? Why are you standing outside the door? I'm not coming in, you little pair of blades. So I've started, like, getting a bit lively then, do you know what I mean? Because my back's up a little bit, like, what are you on about? Standing there thinking he's a tango and cash, a little pair of blades. What are you on about? So they're like, oh, so he's on one nod doing, so they're stepping back. I'm like, yeah. I said, we're going. I said, let's go. She's like, well, I was just slamming the door and thinking, let's get our stuff and let's get out of here, because I have my card here as well. So busies have come. Listen to this. So the busies have knocked on the door, I've opened the door, busies have walked in 2 plots. I'm like, what's that? I said, you may as well just nick me now. He said, what for? I said, well, what are you here for? He said, we're only here for him, disturbing the peace. I said, I know. He said, what's going on? So I said, lad, she's wild. So as I've walked to the window, right, because there's all limo everywhere, I've walked to the window to that blend the limo. She's just jabbed me, bang, from behind, whack, just cracked me, right? And I swear, I've just thought, oh my God, so I've turned around, looked at her, the bees would be like, what are you on about, proper fuming, and all like proper cheeky, and all that. He said, you'll get nicked in a minute. I said to the bees, imagine I did that today in front of you. He said, I'll be getting proper tasers and everybody now. And he's like, no. He said, what do you want to do? I said, no, mate. I said, no. So he's saying to the bees, yeah, you need to go, they don't want you in the hotel. I'm like, what do you mean? He said, that's it. He said, there's a one in the hotel. I'm like, are you messing? He said, yeah, he went to me. She's gone, but he's got his car. Like, she didn't mean to, like, be a grass or not like that, but it just come out. So the bees goes to me, yeah, give me your car keys. I'm like, well, he's like, you're not driving now, you're bladdered. And I'm like, no way. So I've had to give him my car keys. So now I've got no car, right? I've got like 50 quid on me, yeah? And I've got no bank card. And my phone's on its arse. I've got about 5% on my phone, do you know what I mean? So I'm saying, I need to plug my phone in and let me charge my phone before I go. He's like, you can't. He said, you can't. He said, you want your own hotel? He said, if you plug your phone in, we're going to have to do you for it. Theft of electricity, because you're not like contracted. I'm like, what are you on about, lads? Don't get me wrong, they were half all right as much as they could be, but they were still belling, so what I mean? So I'm like, what? And so one of the busies just took hair out and all that. And I'm like, yeah. So I've given the busy what I've had on me, 50 quid. I said, yeah, I give it that to get a taxi home. He's like, yeah, sad. He's like, how are you getting home? I said, I don't know. He's like, do you want a lift? I'm like, no. I said, I'm all right, lad. I'll sort my own way out. I didn't even know where I was going to. So I said to him, all right, sad. So I said, so she's got off, right? She's got off. They put her in the taxi, and then the busy's been staying with me. He's like, he's aren't going together. He's going to go separate, you know what I mean? So I'm saying to him, what about my car? He's like, can get your car tomorrow, mate. I'm like, all right, sad. So she's got off, and then when she's got in the taxi, the other busy's come back. He's like, yeah, you can go now. So I said to him, all right, sad. I said, listen, lads. He says, what? Because there was a mini bar in there, you know, like all mini shorts and all that. And I thought, I'm going to have to march on me. I don't even know how I'm going to get through the tunnel. I've got a penny on me. I don't even know what I'm going to do. My head was gone. I didn't know what I was going to do. And I didn't even know which way to go. I didn't even know where I was. I knew where I was off sat nav. So I said to him, all right. I said, if I take this mini bar now, is that anything to do with you? He's like, no. I said, Sans was open, because it was in their bank card, remember that? So I've opened the fridge and just slid every single short up the whole bar into my bag. I had this like bag with me, like an overnight bag. So the busy just started laughing. I said, that's for on the journey home, mate. He's like, go on. So he's just like, you know, got me shit together and all that, blah, 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 blah. Walks me out to the hotel. So now I'm just on foot. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm in the middle of the Whittle, miles away, like proper miles away. Just like, what am I doing? I didn't know which way to go, so I thought, I'll just go that way. So as I'm walking down, I'm just killing these shots. I'm thinking, this is shit, this shit. So I've looked at my phone. I've had like 1% on my phone, something like that. So I've just texted there one thing saying, cancel your bank card, because I knew quite well what was going to happen. You're going to get billed for everything. So that was the last message I had. That was it, gone. So I thought, I can't even phone a taxi, not like that. I had no keys to get in. My head was gone. My head was just proper gone. My keys were in there house, so to get over. I thought, I can't go to my head was just gone. It was just one of them nights where you're just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? So flying down, walking down. As I'm walking down, I walk past these lads. There's about 3 or 4 lads. And I'm thinking straight away, what the fuck's happening here? So I just, you just know it's going to go off. I just knew it was going to go off, right? So I was just like, I haven't looked at them. I just kept my head like, not like head down like a fanny, but just head down where I'm not like going to start initiating contact. Like, who are you looking at? Blah, blah, blah. There's like 4 kids and on my own, but I quickly weighed them up and thought they're only Muppets, because I could tell by the way they were talking, they were just Muppets, dead loud, just bellas, you know what I mean? So as I'm walking down, I've walked past them, no one's done all of that, and then I've just heard them like follow me. They're not following me, they're walking behind me, you know what I mean? I'm thinking, so one of them says, hey lads. So I said, what lads? He's like, where have you been? I said, why lads? He says, what have you got in your bag? I said, why lads? He says, well, just asking. I said, what are you asking? What are you bag for? I was like, from Liverpool line. I went, yeah. He's like, oh, fucking Scouser and all that. I'm like, why would you beef with Scousers, lad? He's like, listen, lad. So he ends up being a bit of a bellend and all that. So as I'm walking down, they've come like close behind me where they're in the behind you that much where you're like, why are you walking behind me? And he's been like, what lads? So I've just gone bang, fuck off, just put one of them out right, and just thought I need to bail. But as I've like sort of, I've not took chase because I haven't run away, I've dropped one of them, but the others haven't reacted, do you know what I mean? They haven't reacted. So I'm thinking, fuck, I haven't got nothing on me, I've just got a bag, I've got all clothes, you know what I mean? Just like, just a million miles away from home. So as I'm walking down, this car goes past, right? And I was thinking, why are they, the car was framed up, there was like 4 lads in the car, so they've gone past all snarling at me. And I've thought, so I've looked at them and I'm thinking, this is proper heavy, this week, this is like, I'm only trying to get home, do you know what I mean? I must have only walked about probably a mile and a half away from the hotel. And it was just like, the road what I was on, it was just like, just a big, long road with nothing anywhere, just like trees and bushes each side, do you know what I mean? So there was nowhere to go, there was nothing I could do, so the car's gone round, and it's come back again. They're all staring at me again, and I'm thinking that must be something to do with them who I've just dropped. It must be something to do with them. So it goes back around again. Next thing, this car pulls over. This like goes, what's happening, lads? And I was like, I thought that was you. And I'm like, I've looked at him, I thought I'm on him. I said, no. I said, what's that? He's from the firm, from the Woody estate, you know it? Yeah, so he was from the Woody estate. And I remember him because we've been out with them, their firm. They've got a firm down there, they're a bit of a heavy firm around that area. And my firm and their firm were in cahoots like a few years ago. So he's got on me, but I hadn't got on him because he was in the car. So I'm just like, no way. I said, what's that? He went, do you want this car? I went, what do you mean? He went, yeah, I told you it's stolen, lad. He said, where's over it now? Do you want it? And I'm like, yeah, geez, that. He's like, oh, where's that? He said, yeah, get in. So there's fives up in the car. So he took me to by the Woody estate. And then they've all got out. He's like, yeah, I'll take the car. He said, sweet. I'm like, what's that? He said, what's that? So I went to get his number. He's got my number and all that, right? I get on your shoot. He's like, go on, sad. So it was good to see him. So he's like, I'm in a Stoley. Must be about 4 o'clock in the morning, something like that. And I'm thinking, yeah, I've got a good chance of getting back here like that. And then I said to him, like, give some job. He said, what? I said, I've got no job for the tunnel. He's like, what happened there? So I told him, he's laughing his head off. He's like, oh, lad. He says, yeah, lads, he's passed me like a blue. He's just whatever, bit of change, whatever. He's like, do you need anything else? I'm like, no, sad. He's like, yeah, lad. He went, listen, lad, if you want some job, I'll give you like a little 50 quid. He said, just get a taxi. He said, nah, I'm sweet, lad, I'm sweet. I'll just take this. So I was like I felt a bit of a boff, but even though it weren't boffy, I had to sort of me straight away the next day to me, but just like, you know, when I was in the mood, I was flying, I was bevied, I was just in the mood for a bit of trouble, do you know what I mean? So I'm in this car, I was like, just flying right, just getting down, I've got my birds and I'm like, there's the tunnel. So I've slowed down, come to the tunnel, as we got to the tunnel, I'm like, yeah. So I've gone to the tunnel, but it was like when you could get change out the tunnel. Now you can't, but it was then. So I've gone into that night, as I've got there, there's just been a tunnel plot just sitting there parked up. They just looked at me and I just thought, I thought, I hope this car hasn't been reported, because if it hasn't, they blow 200 MPR, I am proper fucked. I'm going to have to just proper take chase to the tunnel and just, you know, like I had a plan in my head, you know what I mean? So I've just proper crawled it past the barrier, boom, gets off, and all that. Now, about a day or two later, I've got up and I've woke up and all that. She's been on the phone like, oh, sorry about that, sorry, but I'm like, I know, I said, I still haven't got my car. So I thought I'll go over and get my car. So I phoned my mate and said to me, yeah, come and get me while I go and get my car. He's like, go on, Saz. So when we flew over, I've got my keys out of the busy station and all that, and I went back and got my car, being proper charged, all the cards for parking my car there for days. It must have been about 2 days, something like that. I've ended up sorting all that, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to give my mate a little visit while I'm over here. Know the lads who helped me out with the car, phones him up and said, where are you? He said, I'm in ours on the Woody estate. I said, he's still the same gaff? He went, yeah. I said, come on. So me and my mate, I said to my mate, yeah, get in my car, and we'll just leave your car there and we'll come back and get your car. So he's like, all right, we'll park it, because my mate's got a business over there. So we said, we'll go there. So we've gone to my mate's business, we put the car there. He's just like, what are you two up to? I'm like, no, lad, not sweet. He's like, what are you doing, lad? Why are you two just over here in 2 cars? I was like, oh, lad, just told him. He's like, you're a bad you. I said, what time you finished? He went, I've been done about 6, 7. He said, do you want to look up? I said, yeah, go on. I said, we'll come and see you later on. So he's like, well, sad. So now I'm with my mate in my car, and we go to the Woody estate, and there's a shop on the Woody estate, yeah, you know, listen to how fucking messed up this goes, right? So it says, as we goes past the shop, because my mate only lived round the corner from there, now my mate round there is like one of the firms, so he's a heavy kid, you know what I mean? And everyone on that estate, they know him. So there's a sweet shop, right? And it must have been about, honestly, it must have been about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, no, like just like a nice day and blah, everything like that. So we goes to the sweet shop. So my mate's like, yeah, I just come with him if you want, lad. So he goes in the shop and stand there. Now, we've split up in the shop because I've got what I wanted. I just wanted something quick. He was like looking around, looking for scramble or whatever. Get on this, right? Standing there. Now, in front of me, there's like 3 old men, an old woman, and just some kids. So I'm standing there. Next thing, this firm bouncing. Well, I'm not even going to say firm. These wet ones bouncing, right? There's about 5, 6 of them. They're only young. But one of them's old. He's about 40. You know, like just like one of them 40-year-old virgins, like pot belly, just absolute bellend vest on, just flip-flops with white socks and all that. So I've looked at him, and I've looked and just like, not started laughing at him, but in my head I'm thinking, he's a wet one. So he bounces in, and he's like the dominant kind of short in front of the younger ones, but the younger ones are just leading him. You know, like he must just be that kid on the estate who everyone just leaders. So he's bounced in the shop, and then he's like, look at the queue here. He went, I'm just going to go straight to the front. So I've just looked and thought, I thought, you know what, let him go straight to the front. I can't even be arsed with it. Do you know what I mean? Not being a fart or nothing, but be arsed fighting with people at 2 o'clock in the afternoon over going to the front of the queue for fucking in a news agent or something, do you know what I mean? So he's bounced in, so one of the kids went, yeah, you can't do that to people here. And he went, I'll have it with anyone in here. So I'm thinking, what's he on about? So I've looked at my mate, and my mate's looked at me, and my mate just started like smiles at me. So I'm thinking, who's he fucking talking to? So he's come over. Now, the lads who he was with, they walked to the back of the queue. He's walked to the front of the queue, right? So he's like in front, he's like 2 people in front of me. There's an old fella who's like, just like proper old fella now. So I said to him, what are you on about, lad? He said, I went, what? I said, you'll have it with anyone. I said, lad, you've just bounced into a news agent at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I said, there were all old people in it. I'll have it with anyone. He's like, well, what, lad, what? And like, he's sort of half like, not crumbles, he's got to keep face, you know what I mean, because his mates are there. So I've looked at his mates, and then his mates have looked at my mate, and my mate stands behind him, and my mate's like, he's a visual deterrent, but he never seen him. So this kid's got flip-flops on, right? So I've just walked behind the kid, but me 2 feet on the back of his fucking oversized dad's flip-flops, what he's got on, and just lifted them up and moved them to the left with his flip-flops still on the floor where he was with his feet out of them. So he's now standing there with socks on with flip-flops that are meant to be on him, but they're over there, right? My mate's just burst out laughing. These kids have just burst out laughing. And he's like, yeah, what are you doing? I said, yeah, listen, I said, yeah, I'll have you to stay there. I said, do you want me to stay there? Bouncing in the shop like that, thinking you're fucking on one, yeah? So I've just like proper half like, over the top, weirdly, took offence to it, you know what I mean? So I've been like, yeah, sounds, I've took my coat off, I said to me, I grab that. So I walked outside, and he's like proper flapped. I'm like, yeah, get outside then, lad. I said, get outside then, lad, you little fart. Get outside. He's gone, what? Scousers on the estate. I'm like, shut up, you little muppet. I said, you just bounced in the shop fronting people. I said, all old people, and I said, yeah, get outside then. I said, what are you going to do, lad? Just proper leathered them, and I mean like proper leathered them, yeah. So he's like, he hasn't got brave, but he knew, I could see that he didn't want nothing to do with it, right? And I could see that he was devils, he said it, but he had to front it. So he's just like, he's like winding himself up, getting himself all brave and that, right? So as the doors open, the doors like one of them doors what stays open, you know what I mean? So as the doors open like that, he's just come, he's put his fucking snide flip-flops back on, right? And he's just come running out. As he's come running out, he slipped, right? He slipped, fell over, banged his head and knocked himself out. What? Sound, job done. So his mates have just been like, what? I've been like, lad. So I've just burst out laughing. His mates have burst out laughing. Everyone's just, the old gas just burst out laughing. I didn't even have to throw a dig. So my mates come out and he's like, oh lad, you're fucked. You. I'm like, what? I said, lad, didn't even touch him. So he's just like, that's hilarious. I'm like, come on, let's go anyway. So we've got off. Now, what's happened then is, here's what I believe to have happened because he got told the day after. He's then gone back round wherever he's from or whatever clique he's with. He didn't know that I was going to see some lads on that estate, yeah? He didn't know that. Now, this kid, this fat, divvy, virgin 40-year-old in flip-flops, he's like, thinks he's the boy, but no one else thinks he's the boy. Do you get what I mean? He just thinks he's the boy when no one else does. So he's bouncing that in. So he started telling people like proper lies. Scousers are on the estate. They're in a T30. They're in a T30i, silver T30i. Scousers on the estate. They're causing murder. Like, yeah, no, it's trying to rile the troops up and all that. But my car's parked on the Woody estate outside this kid's house. So what's happened is we've come out, and as we've been driving down, we've like sort of half been like got to where you come out the estate, and all these kids just start throwing bricks at us, like rocks and bricks at us at the car. And I'm like, what's happening here? So we mate goes, lad, just leave it. Go, I'm like, I won't leave it. I said, if any but they were like throwing away, it's not even getting the car. I said, lads, don't fail, get the car. So I've jumped out the car, I've got the car, the engine on, and I'm like, go ahead. I said, throw some at the car, lad. Throw some at the car, lad, and watch what happens, lad. So they're throwing it, but they're like going nowhere near it. I'm like, lad, you're throwing to miss. What are you on about? What are you on about? So it's like they're arguing, shout, scout, blah, 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 blah. Now, people from there are in cahoots with people from Bayaz. Yeah, the Whittle and the Woody estate especially. Half of us are mates, we're all intertwined a little bit, you know what I mean? So after we meet, I'm like, here with these, he's like, lads, I'll be round now. He's just come flying round, right? As he's come flying round, these kids have run over to him as if to say something to him. He's jumped on being like, lad, he's my mate, what are you doing? All that. So this kid with the flip-flops has gone white. So I've just burst out laughing. So I'm saying, what's happening, lad? So I've just come flying over. So we've got the Panamera and the 330, yeah. So we're jumping up the car like that. And the kid has parcels. So I'm saying to him, listen, lad, who do you think your ass is? You're only absolutely led them and all that. The lad saying to me, yeah, have a mistake now. It was just daft. It was just the worst thing you've ever seen in your life. He was an absolute fat, wet one. Didn't know how to fight. You could tell for his stance. He didn't know whether he was southpaw. He didn't know what he was doing. He just didn't have a clue. Do you know what I mean? So I've just been like, what, lad? So just basically just slapped him everywhere, made a show for everyone.